Tonight on the Three-Quarter Show, this time we go to Germany instead of Australia to talk about a railroad that has been called the equivalent of the real-life ES&D. Now, let's go to the studio.
What's up, guys? This is Ice. It's fine. It's fine. I swear it's fine. Welcome to episode 2, season 5 of the Three-Quarter Show. Go away from the light. Beautiful. The liquor has hit nice and hard and nice and fast. I don't even know if any of that's going to go out for conductors. Maybe some of it, but
a lot of it better not.
Lord knows how much. Probably not much. Anyways, today we're playing Citation Needed again, and today instead of the wheel landing and spinning and landing on Australia, it spins and it lands on Germany. So joining me today is Unweird.
Now in Schokoladeflavor.
It's in Schokolade. Ja. East Leighton Moorland.
I live in Switzerland. You can't prove anything.
Oh, okay. No, fair. And as you know, we are 3/4 of an idiot, and we're really displaying that one today. It's fine. How's your gangrene? Is it getting better?
Not getting green.
It's
Jaundice. Sorry, that one.
Acidification.
Yeah, yes. He's becoming a
Listen, you do any good symptoms?
No.
Really?
Not real. I mean,
I feel like you can do a good Moses Slack.
that's not most of
No, it's not. I was just trying to think of anything Simpsons that I could do.
And the hug and kiss. That's about the best.
Icy wiener.
It's fine. It's fine. And joining us as our special guest, emphasis on the special,
Tell the family secret. Grandma's Dutch.
Dusty Thompson. There he is. Okay. Yes, today we're going to Germany, and it's fine. It'll be fine.
Going to Sonny's house.
The name of today.
No, that's Switzerland.
Yeah.
Next to Switzerland.
No, that's in Anaheim.
Yes, the Matterhorn. It's fine. Yeah, it took you a minute. The title of today's story was supplied by the channel member and channel viewer who submitted it. One QuorkQTar, who's a fantastic human, sends and posts usually essays on most videos as comments. But they're excellent essays and they're worth reading and very fun. Wonderful gentleman, and he does railroad things in Germany, and so he had some very fun things to tell us about the trains in Germany.
Yeah.
He made the title of this, Eat Shit and D-Lie, the real life ES&D or ES&D.
Okay.
So if you are seeing a German railroad, that is as as the eat shit and die.
What is German railroad like?
Der Scheißbahn.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. Is that going to have to be a t-shirt now?
Would it be
Der Scheißbahn.
It might be Scheißenbahn. Scheißenbahn?
Scheißenbahn? I don't know.
Die Schwäbische Scheißenbahn gibt es viele Haltstationen.
See, this one speaks, he speaks first German.
My Deutsch is super shit.
You know, if you just did the DB logo made an SD on a red shirt, that could actually work.
He's merchandise posting over there. We haven't even gotten far enough in the episode to have it
Did you like the dollar signs and all the calculations above his head?
He's seeing her beautiful mind again.
They're adding editing work in, and we have, it's fine. It's fine.
Anyway.
D-Lie. They were, and these are the words from QuorkQTar, and I did have to laugh. They are shockingly, maybe perhaps not shockingly, they are so German it hurts.
It's a
German.
efficient, it's a speaking manner. It gets straight to the point.
No, so more, German insofar as Jeremy Clarkson makes fun of Germany.
It's very precise.
It's very follows the rules. They were an astonishingly incompetent and unorganized railway operations company, specializing in railway maintenance logistics.
Okay. What era is?
This is very modern. This is painfully modern.
Are we talking like
post-COVID modern?
Not that.
post-unification?
When was that?
1990.
1990.
That you mean Berlin Wall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, post Berlin Wall.
Because the wall fell before the Union fell.
Yeah.
The Union fell in 90.
I don't know if like the wall.
We were in college when the incidents were about to
my
read.
goodness.
Sort of thing.
So yesterday.
Yeah. You.
So there could be
man.
so there could be vines of this.
When were you in college, Dusty?
Never.
Oh, okay. That's fine. It's fine.
Really?
It's fine.
You even flunked out of clown college?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
I forgot about that.
It's fine. This specific German railway company
Yes.
is notable for one significant reason. What might make you an extremely notable, and you're the only company in all of German railway history to ever achieve this kind of thing? What might you do that achieves that?
You caused legislation?
No, but you're on the right track.
Uh-oh.
Did they choose not to be part of the problem, but the whole problem?
I might give you a point for that. Dusty!
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I'm lost.
As far as our friend who's writing this story said, they're the only company ever to get their safety certificate revoked by the country.
Oh dear.
You have brought confusion and delay.
So
That's like failing an annual. You're not supposed to do that.
you're not supposed. You shouldn't be able.
There's
to
no pass fail. It's just
you did it.
found a way to fail.
You did it, and we said no.
You have managed to impress even in your failure.
We are disinclined to acquiesce to your request.
it means 9.
Means nine. Yes. We're sorry, Germany. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
fine. There's no whiskey in it. It's fine. Yes, please. Thanks. Yeah. So,
That's the way you like it.
yeah, Saturday. This again gets into the Germanness of this. German authorities are notorious for their very dry, technical, and frankly boring language.
No.
Dear God.
Dear God.
It should thus be quite the telltale sign if they say something in official paperwork describing company leadership in a certain way. What might be a bad telltale for a German explaining how a company's leadership is not so good?
Incompetent or inefficient?
That's too German still.
Morons.
know.
It's somewhere in between.
Scheißkopf! Dummkopf!
Anything, Duster? They described the company leadership of DLI as allegedly acting functionaries who were, quote unquote, in no way whatsoever taking any kind of responsible action at all.
That's not great.
So it's corporate America?
It's a bit scary.
Don't be too real. We're trying to not be too real.
More coffee.
More coffee.
More coffee, sir? Sniper. Anyway. So the important detail here is that in German railway things, they do not have dedicated railroads kind of like we do in the United States, right? They have one company that basically does all of the infrastructure stuff, and then individual trains and such are operated by around 500 different operational companies. So everything's very separate, which
Some of them own fleets, a lot of them own
One
to
engine.
2 locomotives.
Yeah, right.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, which makes a lot more sense. I posted a video a number of months ago at this point about the protest,
Yes.
where they protested by running a was it class 50 or
yeah,
52,
I think.
one of the two, in revenue service in 24 because the infrastructure folks were not doing their job. Anyway, this is slightly tied into the infrastructure. We talked about this railroad, the D-Line, being related to MOW things. We have 2 different incidents that happened with the D-Line.
Only 2? Have
oh.
you managed to earn this reputation with 2 incidents?
These are the 2 that we're going to talk about on the
Okay.
show.
I see.
They had many incidents. The first incident...
We have many incidents.
Many incidents.
But if you are a competent operating person, then I am Mickey Mouse!
Yeah, that. Yes.
Wait, check the box. Indiana Jones.
There's an Indiana Jones reference. Theoretically, Leighton Moreland has made a bingo sheet for these by now.
Yeah, I just need to figure out the distribution mechanism of it in a way we don't have to pay for.
It'll be in the comment or the description if it's done. Maybe it'll
Or
be done.
filtered
Maybe it
through the
won't.
Discord. I was thinking just filtering through the Discord.
It might be filtered.
Or just play at home.
Yeah,
Come up with your own.
Yeah, what do we say a lot?
long at home, folks.
It's fine. Yeah, in October 2014, the incident is the train that derailed itself. Which, I mean, technically, I guess they usually do.
Yeah.
That is kind of how that
Is
works.
this like a track building machine train that like?
Did it lay it?
Points to Dusty.
Okay.
Yes, but no, it's not a track building machine, but it is a specifically track tied-in machine. The consist, and they use the word consist lightly here, 5 MOW vehicles, 2 roadway maintenance machines, which are basically a pickup truck on rails with a crane flatbed situation,
Yeah.
and 3 flatbed trailers in the middle of them. They note that the leading truck of this whole thing had a platform loading area that was higher by about half a foot, 15 centimeters for the rest of you, than the rest of them. Why might that be a problem?
I'm just trying to visualize.
If you're trying to load some MOW type stuff. that you might
Oh,
be
wait a
doing-
minute. Does that mean you lift it too high and you lose stability? and
Hey,
you fall
hey,
over?
watch
Points to Leighton.
your arm there.
Yeah, careful, careful. Especially in the German episode, we will not be doing this. 9, 10, 11, 12,
3 seconds.
12, 12, 12.
This
Rats
one-
cannot throw up.
This one goes up to 11.
Pens. Hopefully somebody gets the Portal reference so I don't look entirely stupid. Or maybe I do, and that's the point. That, yes.
That's thinking with portals.
That's the wrong core. I was thinking of the fact core, not the space core. Rats cannot throw up. 12.
It's been too
12.
long.
Yeah, I need to replay that too. Anyway, coupling that the trucks also are tied in with drawbars. You've got higher things on one side and on the other. It even points to Brett for this.
Xylophone.
Correct, yeah. Und Glockenspiel.
Nein, ein Glockenspiel ist kleiner.
Oh, yes, that.
Und das ist ein Glockenspiel in Munich. Das ist sehr groß.
What he said.
Es ist der Rathaus, ja.
Yeah. There's a big challenge with this consist where apparently it was not even permissible to call it a consist.
It's just
Do the marker lights.
Brains up.
That would be applicable in the US, but not probably not in Germany. It's fine. There was a big
They did not have Mark's lights, MARX.
lie. Once again at Leighton's house, and we're not throwing lines, and it is unfortunate.
Deutsche Marks lights.
Yeah, that's another good one.
I think that's better than the Karl Marx reference.
Marx was German.
I mean, yeah, but the mark is a German currency.
This is true. Was.
I mean, it was.
Now they have the euro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Euro.
That's true. Ein Euro.
We will get to, not the sandwich.
No.
The money.
A gyro?
A Gyrocopter.
Gyro.
There's a huge problem with this consist.
Yes.
Not legally being able to be called a consist, but there's a huge issue with it. What might there be a big problem with a cut of cars in general that might make things
No brakes.
real bad? Points to Leighton Moreland.
That is a problem.
They had brakes.
Brakes are overrated.
They had brakes. They had brake pipe. They tied in all the the glad hands.
Yes.
It's the glad hands.
Yeah.
They didn't
Hans.
cut the air in,
Oh.
so they had hoses connected but no air tied up.
That's a metaphor.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, not so great. So they load the train, and they're loading 6 big rails on it, 30 meters long, so about 100 foot long sticks of rail, specifically the S5e2 profile, which is 54 kilograms per meter, which if we do the math on is 115 pounds per
Our number is flying across the screen right now.
Probably.
I don't think it's quite mainline weight rail. Not our mainline weight.
Not 136, but 115 is...
Both of you have your phones in front of you.
Yeah, I'm reading on mine, the script.
It'd be unprofessional to look at mine. We strive for professionalism.
God, what's that? No paper, no string,
We've
sellotape.
already done the LZ episode.
That's right. Anyway, so what might be the problem with loading a kind of jank consist with big, heavy, long sticks of rail?
And no brakes.
And no brakes.
Don't forget.
Woo! Well, I mean, woo, yeah, no points. It's not a problem yet.
You are handling a very long piece of spaghetti with probably not enough heavy equipment.
I will give the point to Leighton Moreland for this one. We didn't even announce the winner last episode. We didn't even know. It'll be in the thing. Sorry, an episode ago.
You're keeping track?
No, I will be keeping track in post. That's the fun. Anyway, so they load the rails
Yep.
all on one side of the train.
Why?
What? Points to Dusty. Not exactly, but yes. Whoop. Definitely part of the problem here. There's no corresponding load on the other side. And what else would they, if you're loading rail in this manner, what else might you forget?
To tie it down?
Points to Leighton Moreland. They didn't use any spacers. They were just lying on the platforms. There were no tie downs. There were no straps. There were no nothing. They stacked them up, just rail on top of rail, 2 layers of 3 rows.
Oh.
On one side of basically pickup trucks and flatbeds. It's fine.
Why are you doing this?
This is
Until
why they
slowed
were
down
the
and
worst
fast.
of the
I
best.
guess.
Did they shish kebab a Mercedes?
I was gonna say that's.
No, that's the next story.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers. Preemptive point to Leighton Moreland for that one. Anyway, so remember that height difference that we were talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is important now.
Might be a bit important.
Did they put rail and it went under the higher platform and then when they got to a grade? Oh, it went above it?
It didn't have a grade transition. I'll give Dusty the point. It didn't have a grade transition. But because they strung these huge pieces of rail across the higher front and then the lower thing, they basically ended up loading the second car in the consist of 5 only on one corner.
Nice.
So
Just kind of catapulted it in.
I did not. They
that's right, they were
they got their
dropping.
movement authority. They departed, and after a few meters, they went into a 200 meter meteor. That one, 200 meters. A 200 meter radius right-hand curve, which is a 9-degree curve. Nine. That's it. Which is
Not
not
much.
Not
much
very
to us narrow gauge folks, but that
Mainline, that's a decent.
speedy
curve.
stuff is pretty sharp.
Yeah.
But they weren't going very fast, and because the way they loaded it, the first wheel on the opposite corner from where the rail was loading things up, it started to dogleg, and into the dirt the whole mess went. Unsurprisingly, because they literally nothing tied down.
Right.
Didn't even think to load stuff evenly. A whole bunch of stupid here. So the whole cut basically goes into the dirt. They did 4,000 euros worth of damage to the infrastructure and 1,200 euros worth of damage to the vehicles.
Und ein Scheiße myself.
Yeah.
20 euros in dry cleaning.
Yeah. So they had found that there was one big cause of this wreck. What was the cause?
Gross incompetence!
I was about to say, Hanlon's razor?
It might give Brett points for that. I don't know. They had plenty of other MOW things on the cars as well. None of it was tied down. None of it was strapped. Nothing. Just toss it there.
Nice.
And they full sense into the ditch. And that's a perfect time for our commercial for this episode. Leighton Moreland. Don't do one. You've already done them. I will stitch it in post. I saw the look in his eyes.
It's already rolling right now.
It's already happening.
It's happening.
There,
It's up there.
There he is. No pants.
Good evening. I'm here with a special HYCE news report. We've had sightings in this area of the vicious heist bird on migration. If you see this bird, you should run. You should run to the comment section and like and subscribe. This bird is known for its ravenous desire for SN3 and utter thirst for blood. It's small, it's blue, it looks like a hyacinth macaw, but it's not, and it wears an adorable hat. It's right beside me, isn't it?
Yeah. There was one other little detail about that wreck before we get into the second one.
The shush kebabs.
I forgot
The
that.
Shishmans.
Were they
So we
already,
had
I
one
forgot we had first wreck, but what about second wreck?
were they already on notice from the regulators? Don't again.
No. So what might be something that would be helpful in terms of monitoring or maybe preventing sort of problems?
BBC could have prevented this.
We all get points, Mark. Say we all get points.
Y'all get
Yes!
points. The German ATP system, which is automatic train protection, at least in English. Yeah, that's fun.
Sure.
Germany, again, sorry, we love you. But, here we are. They had turned off the ATP system and had run without it.
What's that strange squeaky sound?
So they decided to do it on scheduled station stop on I-5?
They did. Yes, they did. FRA. They decided to do an unscheduled station stop on Interstate 5.
It's old bean, but it checks out.
Yep. Okay, second incident.
Yeah.
July 2017 in... I'm gonna try.
No, I'm in college.
Your dad. Now he's in college. Hohenlimberg?
Huh?
Hohenlimberg? Hohenlimberg?
Hohenlimberg?
What is he?
It's not got a CH in it, so it's not.
No, it's just Hohenlimberg. Anyway, that's sorry, again, Germany.
Oh, it might be. Go, let me see. It might be Hohenlimberg. I don't know.
That, perhaps. Anyway.
Any relation to the Limburger cheese?
Yeah.
Is that Charles Lindbergh?
No,
Different.
That was Lindbergh, not
Yeah.
Lindbergh. One's an anti-Semitic pilot, the other's a foul-smelling cheese.
Ah,
You did that. Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine.
One is a foul-smelling excuse for, a European import. The other is cheese.
Low-hanging fruit. I mean cheese. I mean dairy. I mean,
Really, the Lindbergh jokes. That's where we draw the line for low-hanging fruit.
It's what sells, baby.
Really? Limburg baby jokes?
Yeah. Somebody out there appreciates it.
I don't know who.
That would have killed in
Nobody that
1940.
watched this knows. I was gonna say nobody that
Let's
watched
not talk about Germany and killing in 1940, okay?
Moving past all that.
There goes the fun.
That's on the
What funding?
Oh, look, it's down there.
The incident this time is called the train that ran into itself and into a car.
That's when we couple everything up on the
car.
Yes.
That's when we couple everything up on the loop and we hit a Prius and then run into the back of our train. Sure.
No.
In the museum.
Yes. No. Anyway.
Wait, do we have enough shit we can do that there without pulling drawbars out of anything?
No.
Probably not.
Anyway.
It's fine. Uphill and details. So we have a train.
Yes.
It's in a really big.
This is an actual train.
This is an actual train.
Okay.
A
Not
train that
trucks
looks.
with drawbars. And
Correct. This is a train that looks like a train being run by a DY.
It's got buffers and it was shunted and coupled together by men standing in between them while they're moving at them.
Point to Leighton Moreland. Shunting the train together is very important.
Oh.
Yes. Although point removed from Leighton Moreland for all coupled. Anyway.
Oh.
Hence the train running into itself.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Did they leave downhill and got ahead of the train and then slowed down and
kicked them.
Okay,
Not exactly.
I can see with knuckles, like if you don't stretch, like maybe it looks like it coupled, but it didn't.
Right.
But with
screw links.
screw links,
Buffer and chain.
that's very difficult.
Yeah. Hence why this railroad is the real life ES&D. Anyway.
ES&D.
ES&D. Yeah. ES&D.
Yeah.
DLI? Yes. Yeah. The train consists of one leading locomotive, 26 guns loaded with ballast, and a banking locomotive on the rear.
Okay.
QuorkQTar was very kind to explain that, hey, British, English, we're using British railway terms because English,
Yes, it's
a helper on the rear.
okay, well, that's what I thought. I was like,
It's a DPU.
A DPU,
Yes.
but the British one.
It's a Deutsche Power.
But they also use it in Australia. Banker is the term. Not for somebody in Switzerland for someone's bank account. Somebody you're shoving onto the rear of your butt with a train.
I'm sorry, why?
Yeah.
Phrasing? Are we not doing phrasing?
The bank
Goes for your butt.
We said last time.
Shoving on the
No.
block.
What?
That's what you said.
We're shoving trains with butts. What? It's fine.
I want some butts. I want some butt. I want it on my desk. I want some butts. I want pictures of Spider-Man.
Anyway. Yes, so they set things up. There's a driver in the leading engine, there's a driver in the banking engine, and as well there was a shunter that had put this train together. Everything was put together the day before. The leading engine was coupled to the train by the shunter. And no one knows how the banking engine got put on the train, but there it is. And
No one knows, and no one wants to take credit for
no
it.
one takes credit for it. So, okay,
That's
that's
actually
point,
like a common
point
thing, at least in like British parlance, is your banking engine's not actually coupled because you've got the buffers, so you just
shove, and then when you
But the banking engine is coupled.
oh my.
Yeah, that's part of the fun.
Did Thomas have a fun day with Gordon?
Yes.
Also, empty buffers.
What might be a problem with the banking engine being coupled in, but not being coupled in? It's coupled in, but it's also not in a very important way.
Air, yeah.
Point to Dusty.
No brake continuity.
No, they did not hook the air hoses up. They had a banking engine on the back. Yes, it was coupled in. Didn't bother to hook anything in and cut the automatic out, etc. Okay? And so, anyways, at 8:50 p.m. On the day that things begin, the brake pipe was pressurized.
Yeah.
What can you do once you pressurize a brake pipe?
Brake test.
Point to Leighton Moreland. Okay? The train departs 21 minutes later.
That's not enough time.
Point to Leighton Moreland.
Correct.
It's not enough time to do the brake test.
No.
The train was 470 meters long, which is 1,540 feet, so like a quarter mile.
That's a precision
Wait.
train.
I thought it was
26 car
I
train.
thought you said it was 8, yeah.
There are 26 cars that are very long, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, if they were,
Get some math on that.
the math doesn't track.
26 cars for a quarter mile long train.
I wonder if they're German articulated cars, like those. So 26 units.
26 coupled cars.
That are actually like 3 cars.
Right.
It must be. It's
It must
470 meters that you
Also-
feel like.
Well,
they're
what
another
was
20.
it? The 1,500 feet, is that what we said?
Yeah, 1,500 feet.
That's 57.
Oh, that's 60-foot cars.
Yeah, 60.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're all bad at math. We're engineers, except for Dusty, who's an engineer, but not
Oh
an
god, I hate
engineer.
to say it. 26 paychecks in a year. How much does that mean?
Or, well, 52 weeks. What are you talking
Do you get paid 52 times a year?
No. Well, I'm just talking about weeks in a year. What are you talking
Yeah, well, so you get paid every other week, so you make like it's,
Yeah. Depending.
Anyway.
Some of us only get paid 12 times a year, and it's a sad time. Google. Anyway, I'm going to be smoked for that.
museum
Yeah.
here every other week.
The demonetized.
You only get $5.
I was going to say,
I've got $3.
But you still like
if I start rubbing the nickels hard enough, I might get to buy coffee with it, actually. Anyway.
Or eat your home.
It's fine. Fun fact, I said recently in a video that we're possibly going to be doing Heist House. Possibly being a thing, which is exciting. All those other things. German viewers said that that's apparently how you say engine shed.
Yes.
Heist House. But spelled differently. Shrug. Fact checking. Anyway.
Sure.
So they do a brake test, they depart, it's great. A couple issues with the whole departing thing. There's the primary issue being, and they 1-800 did a brake test. The air was not coupled, nor was the coupler coupled between the 16th and 17th car of the train.
Oh.
So we have,
Valid brake test,
so we have locomotive, 16 cars,
Spacebar.
10 more cars with the space bar, and then another locomotive.
That doesn't have control of brakes.
Correct. Point to brakes.
I can see how that now is now important.
Yes.
That's 10 rock cars.
And as again, check it and see. Again, as German as possible, it is thus absolutely certain that you could not have done the brake test beyond the first 16 cars. You also should have noticed the bankhead locomotive was not coupled in properly. You should have noticed these things.
Or the bank locomotive didn't take a set release.
Yes. The paperwork that they submitted was also wrong and partially illegible.
Wrong.
And partially
illegible.
That's just insulting.
It really is. So the paperwork said it was 27 cars, 75 axles, but it was actually 26 cars. You have 70. Well, I mean, it depends on
3 axle trucks, maybe.
some of those things can be somewhat strange, but yeah, you would think it would be an even number. It was 26 cars on 84 axles. Why are axles important? Why are they counting axles?
Braking power.
That was not what I was thinking of, but I will give points because it's simultaneous. Yes.
Oh,
That's
is
the
it
thing.
for the tracking of the train?
Points
for detectors.
Yeah.
Yes, point to Leighton for getting there. A lot of European signal systems at this point are axle counter based rather than track circuit based, which is interesting. Anyway, also fun. I lost it in the reading too much text in here. Apparently, this train was built at the second biggest rail yard in the world, which I did not anticipate to be in Europe. I would have thought one of the other ones over here, obviously the yard UP is the biggest.
Or like
But this one,
or China.
this one in Germany is apparently the second biggest yard in the world. Interesting. Which amazes me. I've seen Argentina at Kansas City with BNSF, and that is farting huge, and this is bigger. So that's kind of surprising. Anyway, and they're making a 26-car train. That does not compute to any amount of American railway anything.
No, it's
not
Anyway,
precise.
mass was also wrong, so the braking forces were wrong. That doesn't really come into play, but anyway. So they get going, they figured it out, like, hey, the train's no longer supposed to be, next station can handle it, so whatever. They decide to set off anyways.
It's for good shift.
Pretty much, yeah. We'll give the point to Leighton Moreland for that. So they depart, they run, they do the thing. One of my favorite pieces of the story is lead engine leads with its cut of cars. The second engine has no way to know that the lead half of the train left. The gongs are tall enough that he can't see, but he departs anyways somehow.
Radio, maybe?
Good radio, must have
I guess, yeah,
call
we'll hear his horn and just like, this is what we do.
If you hear, constant clear for departure on the front end, it's like, all right, here we go.
So they go. So yeah,
Shut it!
by the point. Anyway.
How did nobody in the yard notice as this was leaving? Did they stay that close together all the way out of the
Potentially.
yard?
Remember, this is the bad railroad, so nobody's paying attention.
Apparently, yeah.
It's the second largest yard in the world. Also, nobody else is in this yard?
Shrug. Yes.
Also, it sounds like the air hoses were hooked up, but the airlines weren't tied in. Because think about it, if
No, but it's not coupled.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about, I assume the later catastrophe is train have separate, can't see each other, and then kaboom.
Well, they're already separated.
Yeah.
They've been separated.
Well, but like they become substantially separated to a point that it becomes problematic when they rejoin.
Point to Leighton Moreland. You.
Yeah, we're off camera. Hi.
Yeah.
They become reconnected violently.
Yeah. So look over there for the next little bit here. Apparently, both of you bitches. Okay. Well, we're gonna pause and figure out why cameras are being done. I'm gonna get refresh you. Do it. All right. The cameras have cooled. We have cooled because we have.
Yeah, let's say this is actually pivoted to dessert.
When the f get ice cream?
When the we get ice cream? Sorry.
Awesome, man.
Where were we in this story? Right. The train is departed. Yes. Yeah.
The trains have departed.
Yes. By timetable, train. By geometry
Well,
things.
it has a second section following.
Right, so I was gonna say the train is its own second section.
It's us during Polar Express.
I was just saying,
when you make the class lamps green and Jeff explodes. Hi, Jeff. Anyways.
Hi, Jeff. And hi, Teddy, because you're probably there too.
So, just past the edge of the yard, they go through some signals, and then there is something else that yields quite a problem for a train that has been split in twain.
Turnout.
No. And presumably they ran through some, but not what we're looking for.
That's signaling like the wheel count earlier you were talking about?
No, actually, that has no play in it.
Okay.
What else might you encounter? What's weird to us over in Europe?
Trap points?
No.
Universal healthcare?
Stop being real! It's fine. We're just gonna kill Leighton later. And thankfully, because there's no universal healthcare, we'll get away with it. Anyway, it's
We'll
fine.
make it look like an accident, don't worry.
It's fine.
You ran into my knife.
What's something that's particularly strange and foreign to us as Americans in the UK
They don't
in
have,
railway things?
Left hand running?
No.
they don't have dental care?
Change stay. No.
Level
They
platforms.
run on time.
Oh, so close.
Level crossing.
Ah, points. Yes.
Okay.
Level crossing.
We have those here. It's
We do. Level crossing.
So the train has to stop.
No.
Okay.
The train runs through. The level crossings.
Are they so far apart that by the time the first section goes
That's
through,
your Mercedes. You said that they plow into
the little
Mercedes.
dude.
Point. What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking the gates shut between the two sections.
It's not the gated
Okay.
thing. They have, well, I would say normal gates, but they kind of go, rather than ding, 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 they go.
Derail
One of
Valley.
those.
Yeah.
Very Derail Valley looking at. Conjunction looking at. It's fine.
Junction, what's your function?
Crossing, they have to be manually called, and they're set by a signalman clearing the train through.
How RTD of you.
Yes. So they call the train through. The first cut of the train goes through. What happens?
They just go open. Okay, it's clear.
Signalman's like,
Great. It's just fine.
That was it.
What happens after?
Here comes the second section.
Correct. Point to Dusty. Yes.
And
So-
some mom in her Mercedes.
Yes. Yeah.
Also, I'd like to point out that they're probably doing like maybe a 20, 30, maybe 40 mile an hour shove blind with no brakes.
Through a crossing. It's fine.
That won't have
Hindsight's
any. That won't have any ramifications on what we're about to talk about.
None.
Ladies and gentlemen, photos taken seconds from disaster.
Oops, point to Lake Moreland. Anyways, the signalman saw the crossing open, train went through, crossing opened again, that's great.
Yep.
But of course,
Wait, is there a keeper?
there is a keeper. There's a man who is there at the signal box testing.
You said manually called. I'm picturing them like dialing it in and it.
Hey, that's what the
And
cost does for their switch.
there's apparently a person there at
There's
the
a
crossing.
keeper. Oh,
It's somebody who manages and sees it.
right.
There's a dude.
Yes, there's a dude. But he sees that the signaling system shows the previous block is still occupied, so he's like, wait a second, what the hell is going on here? And before this person's able to do anything, a car has entered the crossing.
Uh-oh. And then the car leaves the crossing in the wrong direction.
Correct. Point to Brent.
Perpendicular to the
Yes.
direction of travel.
The rear part of the train had made it up to 26 kilometers an hour, 16 miles an hour, and got through the crossing unsecured, nailed the car, there you go. Thankfully, the driver of the car was only slightly injured, wasn't a big deal.
That's good.
Didn't get I guess there was no knuckle to punch through, but they could have been
Well,
buffered
they could have-
instead.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Being over there, they were on the other side of the car, possibly.
Yeah.
No,
It's like,
No, they drive on the right side
Do
of
they
the
drive
road.
them?
Yeah, in Germany, yeah.
Germany, I know.
UK
I'll
is
say
not
Germany.
right-hand drive. Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
That's right.
yeah.
They might have been hit from the passenger side, though.
So, you as the signalman, having seen this, what do you say to do?
Scheiße!
You radio the train and tell them to plug it, and there's no air.
Point
No, there's-
to Dusty.
No, there's air on the front half.
Point to Brett.
So the front half stops.
The front half stops.
And the rear half,
Sandwich the car between the halves.
and the rear half does not stop.
Point to Dusty. Yes. And point to Brett. Yes. The front half stops. The rear half, he actually somehow does not respond to the radio. Somehow he didn't get the
Really?
same call.
He's been a model
Also-
of the rulebook so far.
Wait a minute. Also, presumably the second section is shoving with a Mercedes on the front of it.
He can't see.
Somebody their brains out.
Again, thankfully. That's how you make a Mercedes in MS. Anyway,
How do they make smart cars, kids?
by being this dumb. That's how. So,
Mercedes bent.
so it is said that the driver of the second section
Yes.
noticed that he saw the front half having stopped, came to a complete stop.
Okay.
So he dumps it.
And nothing happens.
Nothing happens because he's not tied in.
Yes.
And he's got loaded ballast loads of guns.
And he's just along for the ride.
Yes.
He's along for the ride, and so they wabam into the front section. What happens?
It goes poorly.
Yeah. What else could happen?
Giant gravel pile.
Otherwise known as lateral buckling.
Yes. No.
At least they're only all like 16, so that guy could jump and
But
fine.
But poorly, yes, yeah. How many cars go in the dirt? It's surprisingly few.
2.
You
We both
simultaneously
got you.
too. You. 4.
3 cents.
The brain cell. Who has it? Yeah, no, it was actually only 2. So points to Dusty and to Brett. Yes, and actually only one of them only had one wheel set going in the dirt, so it was not so bad.
I guess they were only going 15.
I mean, if you have a Mercedes-sized crush zone to help dampen the blow, it does help.
It does help, yes. Mentioned previously, they were very notorious as a rail company for running trains in a certain way.
Poorly.
But yes, but more specifically, what did they do in the previous incident that might have a ramification on investigating this incident?
Tried to cover it up.
No.
You said they didn't tie anything down, but it's ballast. That'd be a little tricky.
Yeah. They didn't have ATP activated again. It was on but inactive on the leader, and it was not turned on at all on the banking engine.
Like it would have.
So they don't actually have a proper recording of what happened to the brake pipe, basically, because nothing was turned on.
All together now. PTC, whatever it is!
It's fine.
Level boarding! Not that, but yes.
PTC.
Level crossing!
Yeah, then that's more aligned with level boarding.
Just remember, when you try to prevent things from idiots, you're just going to make a better idiot.
As we saw in season 2 with the engineer blowing a .2 running the CSX train.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yes, so this incident was only the last in a long line of incidences and other problems that they had. The relevant authorities had enough. And within days of that, they investigated, and they found that their management was incompetent, unorganized, there was no sense of responsibility, and they meticulously listed the organizational failures on various levels, showing that the company and its owners were clearly neither capable nor willing to substantially change their safety culture.
But they were intoxicated.
Yep. And that was the end of the real life ES&D.
What happened to the Mercedes?
The car was totaled. It was apparently 7,500 euros worth of damage. The whole accident was apparently
It's not a very nice Mercedes.
apparently not.
Or if it's a 5-year-old S-Class.
We don't even know if it's a Mercedes.
That's true. We made that up.
German car.
Maybe a Skoda.
This is more fun.
Maybe it's hobby.
Yeah, who knows?
And that's the end of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.